This is my rat cage. I put it together from 2 rabbit cages. I like using rabbit cages because they have really huge doors so you can get into every corner and reach the things to clean. I also like that they have really deep bases because then when the rats are flinging around kicking stuff up, then it doesn't go flying everywhere. They also have a top door and a front door, which makes it a lot easier to put them together, as I just took off the top door and they have access to both cages. I covered mine in chicken wire because the petite rats can get out, and also don't want to sit waiting for babies to grow up to a certain size before they can actually go into the adult cage. I made the top cage more of the bedding area because, as you probably know, rats will usually choose to sleep in the highest point. So I make the cubes and stuff myself. It's a lot cheaper than buying them. This is just a normal snooze cube. There's the honeycomb or triple bunk hammock. If you can't find one or whatever, then one of the easiest things is to just buy a normal face cloth. Here's Rosie. And stick it up with safety pins. My ones that I make them with tags and hook them up with shower curtain clips, which I found just at a normal fabric shop. I added in this shelf myself. It's made from grey plastic sheeting, which you can buy from hardware shops. It's very easy to cut. I just put in little tags for the corners, and it's reasonably flexible, so you can quite easily pop it out and then just clean it when it gets dirty. On the top level I also have a water bowl for them. They like to bathe in it a bit, splash around and wash their paws, although the main drinking source is obviously a water bottle because it just keeps the water a heck of a lot cleaner. Then in the bottom level is more of the food and play level. There's another shelf they have, which came with the guinea pig cage, and this ramp came with it too. But I make a lot of the other ladders myself, just using normal Avery mesh. It's quite handy because you can make it any length or width that you want. Just file off the edges and you just bend over the tops. And then it hooks in pretty easily with the other levels. Have another ladder here. That's the rope bridge. It's another way from getting from the top level down to the bottom. They usually just hop off here, go down here, and they usually take the shortcut and climb down there. This is an upturned waste paper bin, which was really cheap. And if you can see, it has a hole in the back, so the littler rats can sit in there while they're eating. The bigger ones don't steal their food. That at the back there is a berry strainer, which they sometimes sit in just to eat or stuff. They don't really sleep in them. And yet another house. This is an organizer basket, really cheap to find. I just cut one of the handles a bit deeper so that they could get in it and turn it upside down. As you can see, a lot of their houses are just leftover stuff. This is an oats box, ice cream tub. That tunnel there, which they love, is a desk calendar which I rolled up and tied with string, which they go up and down a lot, and that's just an old PVC pipe, very easy to find. Here's a catnip toy. They like the jingly sound. They often just rip it apart. There's Chocolate, hoping I'm giving her some food. And they always have a base food available during the day, which I make up from various cereals and pasta and stuff. And then they get their veggies at night in this bowl, which Chocolate's sitting in. The bedding I use is called kenaf. It's made from a plant which is related to the hibiscus plant, and it's really absorbent, so it's handy. And then what I use in the houses is newspaper. Here in South Africa, newspaper is printed as non-toxic ink, so there's no problem. Obviously, you know, it's cheap and easy to find. I've tried putting in fabric scraps, and you can see like a paper towel back here, but they honestly just prefer the newspaper and spend hours building it in, to the point where they can't even really get into their own nest. So that's my cage, and there's my girls.